Gamers, what an absolutely magnificent day that we have today. We have got a dedicated wet race. The track has been put up on the shop. It looks incredibly well done. It actually looks like we're going to be doing a wet race rather than a dry track that's just had rain put on top of it. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I think it should be good. It should be good indeed. I'm going live a little bit earlier today because I don't want to do a little bit of wet practice before anything else. And I got a couple. Well, I got two tracks in my game that are built for the wet. One is this original PCK track, which is this one here, which I played at the end of the last stream. Then I found that I've also got another one here, which is one of the Kelso Cup rounds, which is also a wet one here. And I think these might have both been made by Patron. Quite possibly. Is there any pictures on the other one? Oh, okay. Not too sure. Not too sure. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of wet practice today. I don't think there's actually any track in this game that has the same kind of traction and stuff that we're meant to be experiencing today. That's incredibly loud. Bear with me a second. Just going to get the video up so we can watch it together as well. So this is the track we're going to be dealing with today. Going to be a little bit framey as always, just Opera GX things whilst I'm streaming. The only one negative thing that I think I have about this whole track is the ruts look quite uniform. What I mean by that is it doesn't look like there's as much, you know, like ruts kind of chopping and changing across each other. It's all rut, and they follow the same curvature. But I'm interested to see how this rides. So what Brad has said is down inside of the ruts, it's like traction A, let's say, and when you get up onto the top of the ruts, it's traction B. Traction B is very slippery, so it does incentivize you to sit inside the ruts more, and it will give you the feeling of like getting cross-ride if you slip out of them and get onto the top of them. And this lap time, pause it right here. So whilst he does a good job here of showing it off and it looks somewhat okay and doable, this did take him 69. Nice. 69 attempts to get this clean lap. So very, very interesting to see how qualifying is going to go. See if there's any sneaky lines or anything. And to the best of my knowledge, they are going to be turning the erode up for today as well, which I'm quite thankful for. Main reason being is there is always a universe where there's going to be one or two like really, really strong lines. So for me, example, sitting here watching this, I already think that like this outside here, for example, might be really, really strong. And with the erode cranked up, it might go away over the course of the races. So then people have to try and find another option, which I think is good. I think it is good. I don't mind bits of the track being so brutal from the erode that you physically can't take it anymore. Because, I mean, mud races in real life, there's some parts of the track where everyone's... like, there's half the track you can't even use because it's just slop. So I think it'll be good. Be very good idea. I'm very well, thank you, Soldier. Welcome back to the stream again. Yeah, if there was a little bit more, you know, like a little bit more cross-rutty action, I think that would be even better. You see, it's quite like it is very, very uniform. And what I don't want to happen is that then means that because the ruts are quite uniform, I don't want it to just be like inside or outside everywhere. I'm hoping that some of the middles do get used. You're gonna have to be careful. Just like jumping off of this little drop down here on like dry versions of Agueda, whichever way you want to try and word it as, you can just like send it as far down here as you want and have no issue. But it's like the ruts start from here. So if you're jumping to slightly left as you hook out the corner and you land at an angle, your back wheel might want to try and follow one rut and the front wheel might go another one and you'll crash because of it. You see it's how slippy it is. His back end is dancing around quite a lot. I also like the little... there's some corners where there's water in the bottom of the rut, so you can't see the bottom of the rut properly. That should be good fun. And then this bit's obviously flat. You don't want to have just a bunch of trenches right off the start. It's going to be carnage as it is. I think this will be quite inside dominant. I think the outside... actually, I was going to say the outside here looks quite strong, but getting into it looks quite techy. It's pretty rough going into it. So maybe like third rut, fourth rut, whatever it filters into. Fourth rut there's good because then it leans out onto onto this banking on the outside. Not sure about here. This one's going to be interesting. Because if you go outside of this inside roller, just try and look at where the ruts lead you, I think it's going to be really hard to try and then get back to the outside for the next one. I think you're going to be quite forced to go over this roller here. And I think this outside is going to be quite strong, like following it all the way around and then getting a good slingshot up towards the finish line. But yeah, all the jumps still look very doable. Should be a good time. I'm excited for it. So we've never, at least in aerial anyway, we've never had a dedicated wet round that's actually happened. The bike that I'm going to be riding today is the Fantic 450. Only because in the little bit of testing that I done the other day, for some reason, like the Fantic just hooks up pretty well. And I'm going to be fighting for traction everywhere as it is anyway. So I think if I ride the Fantic, slap on the 120 rear tyre, we should be good. Was the 2023 ONA track Dio, was that actually built to be a mudder, or was that built as normal and then we just ran it in the wet? Like my memory fails me, but I do remember having a good time there. I think that's one of the only races where I ever just like straight up beat hurls in a race. No two-stroker, no, not around here. Well, not around the track we're going to be playing today. Like I'm all for mixing things up and having a good time, but there's limits to it. There's limits. It's the same as when we hopped on the Suzuki 450 for the wet Supercross race. Why is my front tyre pressure so high? Usually it's... I noticed a theme that a couple of the setups that Chase has sent me over the last year or so have like quite a high front tyre pressure. I don't know if it actually does anything or if it's just a placebo, because anytime I've ever messed around with tyre pressure stuff myself in the past, I haven't noticed a difference. But if people send me a setup and I ride it and it feels good, I don't really change. I don't change it. I don't change it at all. 85s will be perfect for this. Won't the 85s have... Are the 85 tyres insanely grippy on just every surface, or is it just the normal soil that they're really, really strong on? You have to be very gentle on the throttle today. I'm definitely going to be running out of tear-offs. 100%. There's no chance that I go for a full 30-minute plus 2-lap race without pulling all 20 of my tear-offs. I usually just rip them to get rid of the rain. But is what it is. Thank you very much, Greedy, for the Prime. Love little Prime action, thank you. Ah, well, that fills me with even more confidence then, because I had a good time at that ONA race. Been a minute, a bit out of touch, bit out of practice these days. Oh, there we go. I'm wondering today if this will be the first time I ever see a 250 4-stroke lose traction on the rear end. Like, if it's that slippy that even the 250s are going to be sliding around. And I'll be honest, I'm so looking forward to seeing the people complaining about it. It's just going to fill me with joy. I'm going to be a very happy man seeing other people upset. Or do they create a section and they make a wet rice? So in terms of the actual physics themselves are like the same from a game perspective, but the traction that the tyres have are different from wet to not wet. So if you just use a normal soil, a dry normal soil and a wet normal soil are completely different. So it's not just like they've put on a sand traction to make it feel wet. There are different tractions for the different weather conditions as well. What would be a sick track to have in game? Namur. Probably not what you're going to say, but I really want somebody to make a really high quality version of Namur. Oh, never mind. That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said. Yeah, I've been on that for a while. Please stop sending the same message, Nicola. Saw it the first time. My logic is if a track looks really, really, really good, via the pictures, I play it. And that's pretty much all it is. If I think it's good enough to make some content on, then I will play it and it will be in a video. If not, then I do not. Yeah, there's been quite a few times over the years that I've wanted to know more, and I've suggested it to some of the higher level track creators. It's one of them. There's many parts to it. It's like, from an MX bike's perspective, it would ride quite weird with a lot of the really steep drop-offs. I think it's also, they said it's quite a lot to build in terms of the custom scenery, just with the buildings and stuff that are around the track. Yeah, I think it'd be great. I'd love it. Just as like something one-off, not even to be raced on. It's quite a skinny track in places, isn't it? This track's got you nervous. It shouldn't be. It's MX bikes, track gamers. If anything, this track should make people less nervous because they haven't got to go as fast. They just need to stay up on two wheels and ride around, and they'll be fine. I mean, early opinions before the track even drops. We've got 20 minutes until the track comes out. What do you guys think the difference is going to be between, like, in terms of seconds, between first place in qualifying and 35th place in qualifying? Because I would go as far to say maybe like 10 seconds between first and 35th. Nine seconds, 5. Rax only thinks 5 seconds. No, I think 5's way too short, isn't it? Yeah, I swear it's almost 5 on a normal dry track. Well, my theory for today is, obviously this is biased opinions because I like my enduro stuff, I like the slow speed, more technical. And there's going to be a lot of people that complain about the track today, but my theory and logic behind it is 99% of the races that we do are perfect high-speed conditions. So, like, why can't you just get your head around one slightly different round, you know? I'd like to see Western beach racing bikes. I would do. I would like more endurance-type races in general. It's just purely the fact that you're limited to your 12 litres of fuel and that's it in bikes. Yeah, I love a world where we could stop and refuel the bike without having to leave the race or the lobby, if that makes sense. So if you wanted to do a really long endurance race, maybe... I mean, I take it from my real-life experience. I used to do a few Hare and Hound events, which is basically like... It's not hard enduro, but it's enduro-esque, where it's like 3 hours, go and run as many laps as you can as possible. You can stop as many times as you want, doesn't matter, but you got 3 hours to do as much as you can. I would really enjoy something like that. You got angry watching my last video, how didn't I rage quit? 2 reasons. One was I didn't have any expectations in the race, and I didn't even have my mic or anything. I was just doing it for a one-off fun race anyway. The second one was I kind of just wanted it for the content, so I just thought I'd stay in. And the other reason that I stayed in the race is, how do I word this in the best way possible? I am very, very happy to be the fall guy if it leads to people being punished for being mongs. If you don't know what mong is, UK equivalent of saying retard. If I have to be the one that gets taken out to get someone banned from something, I'm more than happy to do so. Because he wasn't just taking me out, he was taking out Cole as well. So whilst he was probably incentivized to do it just because, you know, it's a big YouTube guy, people like taking me out to get a reaction, he was also doing it to other people. So if he's not getting banned from things and getting penalties for what he's doing, he's just going to keep doing it to more and more people. So I'm more than happy to get taken out multiple times, have the proof of being taken out multiple times, to then send it and get them punished for it. It was just the one guy, and I didn't name him in the video because I didn't really want to give him much attention. But you guys realise that that's the 11-year-old Chase that does the ARL Pro races that was doing that. And that's why I said at the start of the video, like, you can't expect much more from young kids. Like, I don't think it's hit puberty yet, so you can't expect the brain to be fully developed. So I can imagine them raging if they don't get a great start. Because he's a good player on the game. Like, he finished second, I think it was, at Anaheim 2 in Supercross this year. Like, in EU. So he's very capable. But it's just one of them things where, you know, he's a young kid, it hasn't gone his way, and he's thrown a tantrum and lashed out on the track because of it. So because of that, I got all the clips, sent them to the relevant people, and he's now got a 3-month ban from all my MXB races, so now we can't do any aerial stuff either. So, your actions have consequences sometimes. But like I said, it's, I'm happy to be the fall guy for that. I feel like I've got a bit of, like a justice fetish. I love seeing people penalised for doing stuff stupid. Yeah, it's a life lesson. There's, like, I know someone like that will be upset by that. I'm sure I'm going to get some kind of very heated DMs at some point later tonight when he realises when he can't sign up for the NA race. But that's the way it goes. No, don't be an idiot, and you don't have to pay the price for it, pretty much. And so people do whatever the fuck they want to in their own like private lobbies with friends or whatever, but that was an organised event. If it was just a public lobby, yeah, whatever, happens all the time. But that's an organised event through my MXB that has money on the line as well. Like, there was prize money up for grabs there. And if you just cut on the track constantly taking people out and trying to ruin their race because you've had a bad race yourself, then you deserve some kind of penalty for it. Racing this weekend? No, I'm not. I'm actually starting my next donator-thon this weekend, Freddie. Starting it on Saturday. I'm racing Wednesday. Are you talking about Sim, Wyatt? I'm still undecided. So Sim for me is always like a last-minute decision, depending on if I'm like tired or not. For anyone wondering, the traction that you're witnessing me riding around the track on right now, this is slipperier than what Portugal is going to be. So Portugal will still be faster paced than this is right now. I believe this might be the traction that they have on the very, very top of the ruts, but inside the ruts it's going to be grippier than this is. And listen, I was being very, very petty. I was going to go as far as reporting his Discord for him being underage, because that's where you have to be at least 13 to use Discord, and he's not. But you have to show like a text, like screenshot of them admitting how old they are. So I kind of got stopped in my tracks there. Why is it a mudder? Because the track that it's based off of, the Portugal track, in real life last year, it was like really, really wet, like torrential rain, proper mudder for the GPs last year. And since all of the tracks this year are based off of last year's tracks, that's why it's a dedicated mud race. Listen, I'm all for like races being 18 plus, but then I do know there's a lot of people that'll be like 15, 16, 17 that are absolutely fine to race against, like no issues at all. There's just a couple of bad actors in there that make it frustrating. Let me 2025 FIM picks. Oh, this picture is a perfect example of what we're rocking with. So for anybody that doesn't watch too much MXGP, this is what the guys had to deal with at this track last year. So it was a proper mudder, which is why it's been built this way on purpose. I'm ready for the mudder chase. I hope you're excited. I know you're excited too already. But yeah, this is what we was dealing with last year, so it makes sense. So yeah, for the people, inevitably the people in the community that are going to cry in aerial later today, it's been known well ahead of time it's going to be a wet one. It's a one-off race. You know, we don't get wet ones very often. It's just a coincidence that we had a wet Supercross race the other day because it was wet in real life. That's all it is. Do you need a mud setup? Well, I was wondering this, and because I don't think there's going to be too much in the way of bumps, I was almost wondering if I could, like, slam my bike, if that makes sense, like making it almost like a chopper with like a really long swing arm and like really low fork height and all that stuff. I haven't gone as far to do that though. Funny enough, I'm actually running a Supercross setup. I don't know how it makes sense, but it feels alright. You got the Husky dialed. So I thought the Husky would be bad because it's quite loose. Your soft sand setup seemed to track well. Well, you know what, Brad? I have... actually, no, I don't have it on this bike. I can see why the sand setup would track well, because it's got such high rebound and compression. It's like the wheel... Any just tiny bump, the wheel just instantly goes back down to the floor, so you're constantly, like, driving forwards. Well, I'll do a test real quick. We've got 11 minutes until this comes out. I can go just based on feel. If I ride around a little bit on this setup and then I switch to the Yamaha and ride to your sand setup, we'll see how it goes. So you see rain here on a normal soft soil is still actually really, really grippy. So I'm glad that the traction got messed with, so it's going to be slipperier than this. Because especially when you get deep ruts as well, and you're in the middle of the tyre all the time, you really don't feel that slipperiness. Husky's poopy butt in a road. I think they are turning up the road tonight, but I think the soil might cancel it out. Because the soil type we're using, I don't think it erodes as quickly as soft soil. I don't see it getting loads worse than a normal race does. And hopefully there'll be a big spread of different lines, so it's not going to be 30 people taking the same route for an entire 2 motos, which is what will cause a particular rut to get really whooped out. You see, this track's pretty damn good through the corners. Now, I change bikes very often, just from like trying to keep things interesting for myself. But that's pretty much it. I imagine bikes like the Gas would be good today. You know, slightly less power, a little bit less wheel spin, keep you driving forwards. I think the most important thing for today is to ride a stable bike. No, I think the Fantic does have the highest top speed, but at the same time it does also put the power down well, so as long as I can be smooth on the throttle, it should be okay. I don't think I'd want to ride any of the Austrian bikes today. Check from last year would be good to test in the rain. Yeah, that's normal soil, isn't it? Let me try that. Let me try that wet setup on this Yami then as well. I was also contemplating maybe riding the TM450 again today, because there's not going to be like lots of high-speed scrubbing. But I don't know if I trust like my outdoors setups, like for that particular thing. Yeah, this is gripping pretty good, Brad, I'll be honest. Oh, got a little bit excited there. The Suzuki might be a good player. No, I'm a little bit torn, because I haven't had the best, I don't even want to say luck, I haven't had the best races recently when I'm like trying harder. Usually when I ride a shitter bike, I tend to get locked in more. I think it's just hard to compete with the way the Yamaha and the Fantic hook up. Just the drive that they get forwards is just insane compared to every other bike. You can keep that momentum up on the other bikes though, it's okay. I think that's going to be quite an important thing to do today anyway. It's just to not really lose that momentum anywhere. Try the setup you just sent me. What did you send me? Let's have a look. You sent me... Oh, another yummy one. Okay. 1 second. Every time I go to drop a setup in game, I always go to like my bikes folder rather than my profiles. Right. I imagine we won't need as much fuel today either. No, I didn't ride this weekend at all. I wasn't feeling it. Which is weird, because usually I'm usually want to ride as much as possible, but just wasn't in the mood to ride this weekend. More fuel, more traction. You reckon it's that deep? I do understand the logic behind it. Does it make? Do you reckon it makes that much of a difference? It might be because I'm going at lower speeds right now, but I really don't feel much of a difference between this setup and the one that I was just using. Right, so we got that. We've got 4 minutes, well, under 4 minutes until the password for the track comes out. Tell Ryan to maybe run one erode. Yeah, I don't... The issue that we've got today is we don't have enough practice on these different soil types to know what the erode's going to do. So one erode might sound really scary on the surface, but then it could be absolutely fine. 120 or 110 in the mud. I'm going for the 120, but I know it will be slightly slower in a straight line, but I'm hoping it will help in the corners a lot. The grey TM's beautiful. I do like the... I don't think I've seen any of them in real life, but I do like the one that I've got in game. Right, this is an outdoor setup. Lock in on the dookie so Kenny can win again. Might have to do my bit. Might have to do my part. The issue, the Suzuki front end can get a little bit wobbly sometimes in a road. Especially with the lack of traction like we're going to have today. I even messed around a little bit on the TM300 the other day, but no, even that thing lights up the back wheel, so I don't think it ends up being a net positive at all. Oh, it's tough because I love the onboard view of the Suzuki. Like, I really do like it. Track comes out in less than 2 minutes. We'll be rocking and rolling real soon. Hop on the Honda 450, you should just do it to see how many trend hoppers will use it. Well, to be fair, Chase, I don't think anyone's copying me anymore. Because if they were, we would see a lot more two-strokes and a lot more Suzukis by now, because I've done well on both of them. I'm good, thank you, Kyle. I am well. doing some last minute bike hopping just to see what, if anything, feels instantly like insane. How to jump longer on a 250. You just kind of have to hit things faster, to be honest. There's no like seat bounce mechanic, unfortunately, in MX bikes, so you just have to hit jumps as fast as you can and see where you go. I don't think outside there's 3 big jumps on Agado that I think you'd want to whip, especially in the rain. The downside of this TM around this track in particular was not being able to scrub the wall jumps, but I don't think there's going to be any scrubbing today. I'll let you guys. I'll see a little bit of chat spam, but Suzuki or TM. I want to ride like a Yami or a Fantic, but I'm scared of going down the good bike route again. Thank you for posting the password. I was just about to look for that. 2026 GPs. Do the wheel. George, Suzuki or TM wheel, do you reckon that's probably the move to go? I don't think I've got any kind of comfortability on a Honda low chase, but I'm very, very happy for you to run it later and for me to watch it. Suzuki, TM. Right, you can do a spin wheel. Thank you very much, Lemos.
1412 became a member. At Lemos 1412 celebrates 9 months of membership. Suzuki.
Whatever one this lands on is what we're doing. No, this is not a rerun. Right, we're riding the Suzuki. Just make sure it stops on it so I don't get any accusations. Right, we're riding the Suzuki. Okay. Yes, this is the wet race that we're doing. Portugal, in the rain, bike, Suzuki. I want people to know, whatever position I get overall today is the position that Kenny's going to get next Supercross race. Even if I somehow manage to get like 30th overall, I have 2 abysmal motos, Kenny is somehow going to get 30th in a 22-man gate. Is there anything I should instantly do to this? Whilst you're here, Chase, this is one of your setups. Is there anything I could instantly do to this bike to make it grippier than it is currently? Right, are we ready, gamers? I'm scared. I'm kind of scared to get first wheels on track. Here we go. Let's see just how slippery she is. That's a very, very tight inside there. Oh, don't fall on top of that. I was a little bit worried about some of these outsides, but it looks like he's added some slickness to them, so you can't just get the bike cranked over. And okay. Okay. I'm a fan. I am a fan. So you don't want to be going too fast. Not sure how doable the triple down there will be. God, I wish we could scumbag it like we used to back in the day, where we take off the rain layer from the tear-offs. One thing that I'm not sure if it's a placebo or if it does genuinely happen is I find when riding in the wet, when you shut off the throttle to get on the brakes, it feels like the bike goes faster for a little bit. And in my head, it's the wheels stop spinning because you've shut off, so then for a split second you actually get good grip. I don't know if that's just me being faded or if that is legit. Ooh. Track looks gnarly. Good. Now, Brad did say if you crash at the bottom of the hills, you're going to be in for a bad time. And that is not the steepest of hills there, and you saw we was lighting up that back end trying to get to the top. So there's some parts of the track I think you're going to have to take extra time, extra precautions. I thought I'd go further than that. I might have to try stretching her out a bit on the old dookie. Just mess with, like, I feel like I need to take the most advantage of this time right now by just trying to take different lines every single lap and seeing if anything like sticks out. But I'm not going to be able to do too much chat-wise, I think, today, because I'm going to have to be very, very focused. I think as soon as I look over at the chat and try and read a message or something, I'm just going to fall out of a rut. I do think going around the outside before these rollers is the way. That rut was nice. That outside's okay, but it's a little scary just how close to the edge of the track that you go. That outside's good. Oh, see how easy it is. The back wheel just barely got onto the top of that and I started sliding all over the place. Track's brutal. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far though, it's nice. A little bit difficult in like the shadowy areas to see exactly where all the ruts are, especially when you're trying to hear through the little rain droplets. Yeah, I think I want to go second right into that corner. Because the inside leads out to the second one, but it's quite a harsh transition when you get to it. I actually don't think the Suzuki's like hooking up that well around it. I don't think it'll be that much of an advantage. Well, any advantage. Oh! Please don't tell me that bow goes out further. Like the collisions on that bow are wider than the actual hay bale. Yeah, I did not touch that. Okay. Do not go to the far right of the finish line. Noted. I'll see if there's any like just sneaky lines, you know. Trying to stay out of some of this shit. How many Ethans are in this one? I think they only have one Ethan that does ARL. Oh no, actually no, we were talking about this on Friday, wasn't we? I think there's one in EU that does 250s and there's one in NA that does 450s. Unless they're the same person. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm like vibing with the Suzuki like straight away. Let me go hop on. I'm just going to mix things up. I know we've done a spin wheel, but let me just quickly hop back and forth between different bikes. We done this at Germany last Monday and it actually went quite well. What happened to the two-stroke? There's levels to it. If you want to try and hop on a two-stroke around here in the rain, then you are more than welcome to do so. But I do actually want to qualify for these races. How do I get access to today's track? The track is out on the MX Bike shop, and the password is also on the MX Bike shop. No experimentation time. Wear the hydration pack. We might have to. I mean, I was thinking about this, and it's like, it would be funny to treat it like an enduro, but the race is still the same length. Like, you don't see people wearing hydration packs. I need to stop. I'm sorry, I need to stop looking at the chat. Every time I do, it goes horribly wrong. Let me lock in for a little bit. We've got... No, we've got 20 minutes until qualifying starts. I'm trying to be gentle on the throttle, but it doesn't feel like I'm being gentle on the throttle at all. Oh, it's so easy to catch the bottom of the fall because you try and lean the bike over. I'm leaning the bike over far too soon. Right, I want second right here. Oh, I missed it. You're so scared. Lock in, Dio. It's fine. Patience. Qualifying times are just going to be insane. Going to be such a big disparity from top to bottom. There'll be one or two people who just run an absolute burner, and then I think everyone else is just going to be tiptoeing around trying to survive. Oh, the Fantic's so much faster up there than the Suzuki. No! Get back on! If you like overdo a rut a tiny bit and you're on top of it, you can't really turn back into it. Like, it's too late at that point. You just have to fall over the top because of where it's slipperier on top than it is on the inside. Oh, I'm leaning over way too far. Way too far. I've got no idea. I don't have enough Honda experience to know if it's good in the wet or not. Oh, you are so, you're so fucked if you crash at the bottom of a hill. We'll just, can we like insert some kind of like clown music as we push the bike up to the top? With standard mapping help. You know what? That's a fucking great shout, Marek. I hadn't even thought about it. That's a very, very good shout. Oh, everybody's going to bitch about it. But it's the same, yeah, same for everybody. It's a little role reversal. I bitch around about the Supercross tracks every week. And then love stuff like this, and then everyone else will be the opposite. Oh, almost tripled that. I actually don't know if today's going to be about finding the fastest line and locking into it. This pisses me off with MX bikes. Like, I can't respawn. And then you're going to have a reset delay on top of that as well. Yeah, today's not going to be about finding the fastest line, I don't think, for the race. I think it's going to be a case of wherever the bike takes you, making sure that you follow that line, like, well. Like, you just have to be prepared for any line that you end up in. I'm pretty sure you can double over that roller if you hit it at the right angle. I'll be honest, I think B-Clay would have top qualified with his lap so far. Like, I'm just tiptoeing my way around. No wonder it took him 69 laps to run a clean one. That's strong. That was very strong. Oh, you motherfucker, Brad. You horrible fucker. Oh, that looks safe there. I swear that braking button was hidden. The masking does that sometimes, or like the high detail. On the high detail version of the tracks, like they do hide some of the braking bumps. What I like about this is I feel like I'm having to look really far ahead. Brad, is Brad... I don't know if Brad's still lurking in here. Actually, he is. You know how... remove, like, wet from the equation. You know how on normal tracks, anytime we try adding ruts to a face of a jump, people just ride on top of the ruts to lowline the jumps and it's actually faster? Could you... like implement what you've done here, where you've got the different traction on the top of them to force people to go inside of them rather than on top? Because on that little step up that I went on over there, I was on top of that rut and the back end just slipped instantly. So this track is forcing me to go inside of them. So I'm wondering if on a normal, you know, soft soil track, if you can add compact soil, whatever it is, onto the very top of the ruts on the jump faces, that could force people to actually go inside of them and stop lowlining things. I like the look of the second rut there. I just need to try and find the way to actually get into it. Yeah, it's nice. Like, as soon as I just hit that step up before the rollers, as soon as I got onto the top of the rut, the back end wanted to slip out, and then I had to fight it back in line. So it's doing its job. Trying to get my gear in right as well. I want to be in a gear taller, but then every now and then I'll be in a too tall of gear and it'll catch me out. Just like that bump keeps catching me up. Oh, way too far, I'm dead. Oh, am I alive? Holy. Oh. That's tiniest mistakes. Like, tiniest of mistakes equals a big crash. This is what I'm scared about happening. So imagine this is in a race, and now I'm stuck backwards across the ruts. Like, you can't... How do you get going again? Without causing yourself to have another reset delay crash. Let me out! Thank you. But I suppose it does... Like, if you wanted to go serious enough, if you're trying to make something a mudder, it does kind of replicate dropping the bike in the mud, and the bike then being too heavy, or maybe it doesn't start first time, and, you know, then you got mud all over your gloves and shit like that, so it's just extra penalties for making mistakes. So I'm just curious to see if you can actually triple down this. But I'm scared of coming up short like that, because you don't want to be bouncing and landing in all the chop at the bottom. This is, like, fucking with my brain so much. And my muscle memory is telling me, okay, you have to lean this much to turn this amount, and the track's just saying, actually, no, you're not going to turn that much at all. Let's try third rut now. That's the one. I like that. Third rut on top. Right, let's try the second one as well. Oh, yeah. Hang on, we're locked in. Hang on, we're fucking locked in. I've had 3 good corners. When's it going to end? 4 good corners. 5 good corners. Jeez. I'm not messing around with actual, like, in-game settings for today. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just try and play slightly different. Like, one thing, you could turn, like, your throttle gain down, like, a bunch, so you just cannot physically accelerate that hard. Other than that, I don't know if you'd want to mess around with too many things. Games, I'm fucking munching. Yeah, it does take a while to figure it out. It's very much a slow and steady type beat. Oh, I wanted to finish that lap. I wanted to see what I was going to run, but I was turning slightly on them braking bumps, and the front end just washed straight away. That was really good up until that point. We'll see what the lap is. It will take off like 3 seconds from the crash. I don't know if I want to go inside or outside after this single yet. I feel like I'm wasting time around this outside, but then you do get such a good drive up and over the finish. Track fit for Unks, 100%. That was a 209. Actually, no, never mind. So my idea was like a 201. So yeah, under 2 minutes, hopefully. Did I make other mistakes? I don't think I've run a good lap yet. Server's up yet. Let's have a look. Yes, they are. And we do have 30 minutes of qualifying in GP, so we got plenty of time to try and run laps. So like 250s will be easier on this track as well, Moculus, because the traction they've got is just so much better than the 450s. Not even just from the perspective of... Why is this server not going up? ARL Pits is fun already. I'm not going to read any of it until later. This track is horrific. No, you don't know how to slow down. This is not the place to come into and complain about the track, because the track is built for an intentional purpose to be done this way. I thought he said servers are up, or is my shit just pooing itself? Oh, it says 250 and 450 quality will go up in 10 minutes. So the actual server isn't up yet. It's nice, it's something different. Well, I'm hoping there's no, like... hoping there's no scummy lines for this. Yes, it is, Matt. I think it's Jippy's brother has started it up again. He asked if I wanted to be on it, I said no. Rack's got a 59. Okay, that sounds about... that sounds alright. Yeah, so the 250s around this track, not only do they have more grip to begin with, but let's say they do slide out, they then haven't got the same amount of power, so the wheel won't spin as much. Like, you can only reach a certain point of wheel spin, whereas I'm pretty sure the 450s will just keep going and going and going. So 250s will... it wouldn't surprise me if a 250 has a better lap time than a 450 around it. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Like, whilst you've got the momentum on a 450, it's great. It's just that much easier to lose it. Plus, the low-speed physics on the 450, horrific, as you guys know. Not good at all. The thing that's pissing me off is I'm actually getting a lot more success from blipping the throttle, and I hate having to blip the throttle. No, it's not a model swap, it's a genuine Fantic. I need to genuinely forget everything that I know when it comes to, like, turning over braking bumps. Like, you can't do it, you have to get your turning done first. Maybe I'll go for, like, Reaper Dock 250 gear in tech and I'll just 4th gear around the entire track. That felt nice. Oh, did not like that full throttle so there, it just kind of ends, slams into the rut halfway around. I think that's my first clean lap. 201. Yes, I am about the 201 range. Need a full 2 seconds to be near racks. No, I agree with you, but killing time. I agree with you completely. People that just instantly come and... So, bearing in mind, the track has not even been out for 30 minutes yet. Are the qualifying servers are actually up yet? Or are they not up at all? I know they've done the announcement about them going up, but are they actually on the server list to appear? Yeah, so bearing in mind, people have been putting messages within 10 minutes of the track coming out. And it's like, right, okay, so you've gone to the track, you've probably tried going way too fast and crashed a bunch of times, and now you're complaining about it. Like, slow it down. How about that? Triumph Tech. I mean, the Triumph is a fairly smooth bike, but it just falls under like the same KTM Husky tree. And they're like really, really agile, so I'm just looking for something a little bit more planted to do. Way too fast into there, holy. Yeah. Odds of a DDoS today. I don't think it's possible anymore. I don't think it's doable. Probably famous last words there. I'll probably try again now, but yeah, I don't think so. MXBGP. Still not up. That's a W, dear. Another thing to look out for. That's just a mechanical, you know? It's the same as like Herlins and Koonen throwing their chain at Switzerland. That's how it be. Watching aerial pits is hilarious. You know what? Let me do some scrolling. I'm not going to put it up on stream because I imagine there's probably some outrageous gifs. With rain on, it's unrideable. Well, it's not. People are riding it. Frank's really just sat here and said 250s don't have traction. Excuse me? I've seen some interesting opinions, Paul. Bro just said 250s don't have traction around here. Does he want to ride a 450? So I mean, these 250 riders, they got it too good. They've got it way too good. I think that's why a lot of people tend to drop down these days, is because it is just the easier bike to ride. Right, what group am I in? I am in group 2. Oh my god, how many 250 servers? 8 250 servers. Jesus. Someone said, why are we making this game even harder? And L21, perfect response, because it's a pro series. Yes, 100%. Should be hard. W Troy says definitely not unrideable. Brad shooting his shots as well says most of you have never ever ridden a mudder or ridden a dirt bike in general, and it shows. I like when the track creators get a little bit spicy and clap back. There we go, I can join now. So I think we have 10 minutes of practice now the server's up that goes into 30 minutes of quali afterwards. People complaining about rain in a mud race. Yes, preach it. What's the button to throw my goggles? That'd be good. You just get rid of them completely and then you don't Actually, no. I was going to say you don't get rain or anything on your goggles anymore, but then you just wouldn't be able to see it. Thank you very much, Geordie. Thank you for the prime. Riding mud IRL, it's easier than this OMG. Well, there's levels to it. Because how many hours have you spent in rain IRL compared to how many hours have you spent in rain in game? Because it's still a practice thing. Like, it still just comes down to how much you've done it. And it's like, when I was... Oh, somebody's on a TM. Big W's, I see that. When I was watching the Supercross race on Saturday, watching them top boys just wobbling their way through the whoops, they look like amateurs. And if you've got multi-millionaire level pros that ride multiple times a week, every week since they've come out of the womb, and they're crashing in a little bit of wet, then we should also be crashing. It's like I've got almost 5,500 hours on MX bikes. Big Kenny's still got more hours than me in real life than I have in bikes. It's more, you know, it's meant to be difficult. I feel like people just need to try and shut the hot lap part of their brain off and treat it as like a survival race, which mud races are. Like, it is just a battle of not even just like trying to get around and track yourself a lot of time. They're just trying to keep the machine alive and stop the bike from breaking. Thank you very much. Shout out to the lovely members. Oh, you gifted 10! Jesus Christ, Ethan, thank you so much. You just like hearing Paul Malin say the words facial, don't you? That's why.
became a member.
That's all it is.
Oh, there we go. Became a member.
Yeah, now imagine that your bike could overheat from you know, not going fast enough while revving so much, and you could actually have mechanicals as well.
97 became a member.
Oh, well, I appreciate you back, Ethan. I say, you've been here since like my very first Supercross race live stream, and I appreciate you showing up all the time.
Zerg became a member.
Dream job, dream car. Lovely stuff. Very happy to hear it. Got engaged yesterday. Congratulations. Oh. Did not like that freeze frame. Don't let Linda hear you say anything about engagement, because then she'll be on at me to propose even sooner.
That became a member.
That will be a very unpopular opinion that it's the most fun track of the year. Right now, I agree with you. Let me know. Well, ask me again after 2 lots of 30 plus 2, because I'm actually going to be quite frustrating. Then if you'd be able to complete a lap, 100% you would. 100%. You just have to look ahead. So this track right now, the technique that I'm using to get around it, I'm braking by the way, and I'm not stopping. Technique that I'm using just to get around it is the same as I do in like Krakenberg Rock Gardens. Just look far ahead, see where you want to go, and then set the bike up well ahead of time before you even get there. This is so funny to see everybody. I wonder if they've got in-game chat on in the servers, if we can just watch people raging in qualifying. Might have to turn the in-game chat on for the races for the first time ever and just see people, like, you know, rage typing. Yeah, I don't know how the tyre pressure works in this game comparatively to real life. I don't think it does much. I think one of the OEM guys at one point said that whatever it's set to by default gives you like the best grip. And I don't think it's an OEM thing, I don't think it's a bike thing, I think it's purely MX bikes itself with the way the tyres work. I started swapping like 3 whoops from the end there, and I'm just trying to keep her up. Oh, yeah, I'm almost getting over that triple. Definitely not worth me sending. Like, I gain maybe 0.2 if I get that, and then I can double down, but the risk of crashing or doing that will be very, very high. I'm having a lot of success if I'm just quarter throttling the whole way around the turn. Like, not even just slowly rolling it on, but just keeping it at a quarter until I'm on the exit. Just keep it tracking the entire way around the corner. This might be a little bit too much. I mean, I say it might be too much. I've just zoomed past whoever that was on the KTM. Ooh. Big fan of that rut. Couldn't tell you how I ended up there, but I like that. You can lean the bike over a little bit further than you can on the tight insides. Very nice. Oh. That's not a great place to crash, is it? Uh-oh. Yeah, we might be taking some cuts here. Let me just quickly catch up on the chat again. No, no more crying. I think now the servers are up, people can't complain in there anymore. I really like that route as well. My logic there was there's a couple of braking bumps that go to the far outside that really messed me up. So I missed the braking bumps by going to the left, got slotted into that fourth rut or so, and that tracked around there really nicely. And I didn't have to slow down for the inside roller either. I fear this corner here is going to be pretty outside dominant. Look, once you've got your momentum up, you're pretty good. It's only if it starts going. Like if you can keep the traction the whole way. Like here, now I'm kind of screwed because I have to get back up to speed again because I messed up the rut. But I generally don't even think there's a point of going for hot laps in qualifying. You just need to get laps in, because if you just have a full clean lap, not even sending it, you're going to have a better lap time than the people trying to send it and sliding all over the place. Oh, I didn't want that rut. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually double down cleanly from that tight inside. That's why I'm trying to go into the third one instead. Didn't they add a ban if you rage quit? Well, they said they implemented that, and then I rage quit at Sardinia in Moto 2, didn't get banned for it, and I've not seen anybody else get banned for it for then or since then. So I don't know. Because I believe Neon also rage quit in that Sardinia race, and he didn't get a week ban either. So I don't think it was just special lens treatment, I just think they haven't enforced it at all. I'm finding my footing around here now. I think it's more that I'm getting a bit of muscle memory built in for the more standard lines that I think I should be taking. If I have to go offline to like avoid people or lappers are going to be brutal. Just thought about that. Lappers are going to be very brutal. Oh, it's that easy to go away. Just cleared the triple step down. Did you have to go all the way around the outside, Chase, or did you get it from a rut? Yeah, the track's different traction, Killen. Yeah, inside the ruts is one traction, which is grippier, and then on the top of the ruts is another traction, which is slipperier. I mean, both tractions are still slipperier than what we normally have, but there's levels to it. Like on top of the ruts is super slippery, and then inside the ruts is still slippery, but a little bit less slippery. All the way a second to outside. Okay. See, there's a little bit of a high spot on the takeoff of the triple there. Do you think it's worth it, like going all the way out there for the amount of time you gain? Because then you have the issue is you're going to come barreling into that left-hander afterwards. Like you're going to be coming in at a super high speed. Please stop bouncing around. Thank you. Yes, water is wet. Crashing's fun. It's fun trying to get going again. To scrub more consistently is just practice and game time, because I physically couldn't tell you what my fingers do when I'm scrubbing. I just do it, you know, it just happens. Every jump's different anyway, so it's just kind of recognising what each jump takes, how far you're meant to lean, when you sit at the right time, this, that and the other. There's a lot that goes into it. Alright, the practice time is over. Checkered flag is out, so any time, or any second now, we should be starting qualifying. It's going to be hard getting a qualifying lap just because you're going to have to be riding through a lot of people that have crashed. No, actually, that inside line there is pretty damn good as well. It's actually quite difficult stopping in time for that right-hander. You got a lot of speed for the straight. Right, here we go. Qualifying time, gamers. Let's make sure we get the setup on. And take a little bit of fuel out, but not too much. So we should hopefully still have some grip, some traction. Yeah, 30 minutes. Should be good. Yeah, the traction's like fully wet fillies. Like fully changed for it. No collisions on during qualifying. No, you can't hit the other riders. And no air road on for qualifying either. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. Holy. That's an awful place to crash. Oh, shit. It's probably not going to be the best start to a lap. I don't think I'm going to get over the finish line. No. It doesn't matter. We got 30 minutes. Send it. We'll just miss 2 seconds at the start of the lap. I'm telling you, any clean lap time around here, just any lap without a major mistake, will have you qualified. Oh, way too tight of an angle there. I don't know if this lap will still count. I hope so. Oh, doesn't matter anyway. Let's reset it. Just see Fafalito sliding all over the place there. It's so funny. Yeah, the strat is to crash on the track. Anytime you can avoid falling off and falling into the abyss, it's usually pretty damn good. I wish we had infinite tear-offs though. More so for the stream than me, because like when you get the rain blur on, I imagine it gets pretty booty cheeks to watch. Don't know how I didn't go over the top of that. Oh, I didn't want to go all the way out there. I wanted the just the inside of that. Yeah, it gained so much time on me. Right, we got a lap in the books. Good. Good, good, good. I should probably have my timing overlay on for this as well. I just fucking ripped that corner, holy. Ah. Yeah, I should probably have the timing overlay on here to check the delta out. That's actually my best lap ever around it. That was a 2 minute .6. My best price of that was a 2:01. Cut down before the finish. I'm not sure. I see where you're coming from, like hugging the inside, but then you don't get that much forwards momentum for it. Maybe for a qualifying lap? But I can't come out wide here and cut down. I'd have to hug the inside the whole way. The outside does set you up just much nicer for the finish line, though. Inside roller? No. No, I don't want to... Whilst the inside roller is probably nice and fine and viable, I'm trying to do as much as possible to limit crashes. And turning over that inside roller, quite hard to do. I'll give it a go once I've got like a lap time I'm super, super happy with. But just for right now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Doesn't help when I'm slipping out of the rut all the way there. Thought bro was about to do tricks on it. Ah. I say I don't think this lap time's quicker anyway. Let me... Oh, Rex is in the lobby. Rex has gone 2 seconds quicker than me. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's slap this up on the screen for now so I can see what I'm doing time-wise. Man, I'm almost an entire second up just from the first corner. Excuse me? Excuse me? I could have sworn my back wheel was inside that rut. Okay, noted. You are just going to have to be like massively over the top cautious for the race. I wanted to try and get to the right hand side of that roller, but I couldn't quite look around far enough. I've got a feeling that that timer being at the top of my screen is going to distract me. Because every time I look up to see if I'm in the green, and then I start making mistakes, I might have to turn it off again. Absolutely yanked my handlebars to the right there. Holy. Oh, it's such a big time loss. It's like 0.7 of a second I lost there. Fuck. Yeah, I'm turning it off. Turning it off. Nope, not that one. I'm looking at it way too much. No, I don't need things on my screen distracting me. It's just too much. No, Chase, I'm not that worried about hot laps. It would just be nice to have a good gate pick for today. I always race better than I qualify, we know this. He's on a 350 behind me. Can hear it. I think I might be better rolling off that rather than trying to jump down. It keeps putting me at like an off angle. Did not want to go all the way to the top of that. It's so easy to lean too far on the exit of the corner as well, and it kind of carries your front wheel away from you. Oh, too far. That was slow. This might be faster. No, that was not faster. What the fuck? Felt decent. Uh-oh. 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 Hold on to it. Oh, you know when you just have a natural dislike for somebody that doesn't matter what they do, and even if they've done nothing wrong, you just absolutely hate them? Yeah, that's terror. Yes, Rax is indeed insane. I say it wouldn't matter on the conditions, the bikes, anything, Rax will still find his way to the top. Drive forwards, please. fuck's sake. Oh, trying to double out of there and then still get stopped and turned in time for the corner, not good. Finnish slander won't be tolerated. It's not unjustified. Not unjustified at all. There's very good reasons for it. In fact, this is his week back after being banned for a week for intentionally taking me out multiple times. So I don't hate people for no reason. No reason at all. Oh, I was going over that then. Is that any quicker? That is quicker. Oh, that was quite a lot quicker. That was like 2.5 seconds quicker. Only a second off of racks now. Nice. I do like rolling down that hill rather than jumping. I think it sets me up so much better for that next right-hander. Oh, I think that might be the most frustrating jump on the entire track. It's like the ruts don't go the direction that you want them to go for the jump, so then you get cross-rutted. So you're trying to double it to go for a fast lap, and it just goes wrong. Oh. That was good though. The lap before that was good, and I think that lap there was better up until that point. Oh, lovely sound two-stroke in my ears. Thank you very much, Euphoria. Linda's started watching a bunch of Euphoria again at the moment. And she called me in the other day, and she was like, do you want to see Sydney Sweeney's tits? And I was like, of course, what man doesn't? And I was like, yeah, there they are. W. I don't know how I feel about that inside. I see everybody else taking it. I don't know if I like it. Okay. I don't like the outside. I've experimented with it a couple of times now, but it's not for me. Gotta Google them globes. I've never heard someone refer to tits as globes before. Yes, yeah, I know that same scene from American Horror Story as well, Ethan. I mean, I don't know if this applies to your scenario, but that is the great part about being in a relationship with a bisexual woman, is they don't really get offended when you say, damn, that woman is hot, because they're like, yeah, they are, I agree. That inside felt smooth. It might not be faster. You might be able to carry a bit more speed on the uphill from the left side, but it felt really smooth. Every time I hit that uphill step up, that's not an intentional whip that I'm doing either. That's just the bike kicking out from the slippery ruts. Oh, Rex just went faster again. I just saw it. It's like 2 tenths there. I see a lot of people going around this. Have I not actually got to jump on the track here to start a lap? Wait, where are they going? I mean, that's an option. I think I'd rather just ride the track. Nah. I've lost all my momentum. That's an accident waiting to happen, riding that far close to the edge of the track. I think I at least need to be one extra rut over. This isn't a good lap by any means, it's not going to be quicker, but I think I'm at that point now where I just need to start logging lap times rather than trying to go for heaters. That run was sexy. I'm a fan of that. I don't know how repeatable that is with the double over the top. That lap was quicker. By literally an entire second. There were so many mistakes in it though. What do you mean it was quicker by an entire second? That's frustrating. That means there's just a ridiculous amount of time still on the table. You're missing that inside. That one wasn't good. That one felt better and it wasn't faster. What's going on? Ah, welcome to the stream, Kelton. Just locking in for qualifying at the moment. Sorry if I'm not talking too actively. This track's very, very difficult. What a very confusing track from a lap time perspective. No! God damn it. 57-1. So the thing is, Rax isn't even setting world records in here. So unless it's not set up to have world records yet, somebody in another server's going quicker than he is. I'd like to think I'm like... It's hard to compare in this lobby, actually, because I think Rax is the only, like, proper fast guy in here. Top 10, I hope so, anyway. Maybe top 5? It's hard to judge without seeing what other people are doing. Cam's on a 55. Ah, okay. Yeah, plenty of time to gain then. My frames have just gone really bad again. Not as bad as they were at Germany, but it's gone a little bit framey. And I'm not tabbed out of the game or anything. Okay. Do not turn quite that sharp. Was that my shadow that was just like off the ground miles in front of me? Fuck's sake. Let's get slotted into the rut, please. Off-camber corners are tricky at the best of times, never mind when they're this rutted and you've got wet to deal with as well. My shadow wasn't there that time, so I got no idea what was going on there. Bro's shadow is alive. Starting to ride a bit too aggressively now. Actually brutal. I don't think I'm going to make it to the finish line in time to do another lap. I've only got 15 seconds. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. Oh well, you know, it's an okay lap. Not terrible. And I hold more weight in the qualifying of this race than I do the actual lap times. what I'm going to do now is go and do a couple of one or two practice starts to see what's happening. This race is going to be carnage, especially if you get a bad start. Like you're going to be. I don't even want to think about it. Bum, 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 bum. Right, 26 GPs. Portugal, weather, rainy. Cool. Fans going on as well, starting to get a bit steamy in here. Yeah, start straight's wide all the way around. But the issue comes in turn 2 and then turn 3. So let's say you're even like 10th around turn 1. That's a relatively decent start. If one person crashes in front of you and you're locked into the rut that you're in, good luck. Good luck getting out of it. But P4 in quali, not too shabby. That'll give me a good gate pick. I'm tempted just to go gate 1 for the race. And just let everybody else inevitably like filter their way out wide. This genuinely might be the first time ever in MX Bikes that we've had a wet, great start race. You go more fuel. I already run quite a lot of fuel anyway. And hopefully I'm not going to be high rev. Hopefully I'm chugging her around the track. Let's experiment. Let's try like... Why am I handle... Are they turning left? They look like they're turning slightly left. Let's try 4th gear out of the gate, see how that goes. Oh, JLV's 2013 SX tracks. Yeah, JLV's 2013 SX tracks are great. You only got a 207. Yeah, I'm not sure that'll quite get it done, Geordie. Brad? Is that inside of that first corner completely different traction altogether? Because that felt actually quite grippy around the left there. Oh, that's really grippy. Unless I just had like the perfect amount of lean angle. One thing I do need to do before these servers go up for the races is I need to go to the toilet. Oh, it's all the same. Okay. I think I could be more aggressive than I was then. It's like it's got a lot of resistance to it, if that makes sense. So it doesn't feel like the back end's sliding too much there on the flat. It just feels like the rain's holding you back. Right, yeah, I really do need to go to the toilet first, though. Back in a second, gamers. No, I only tend to go like twice a day maximum, Sleeker. It just so happens that it all seems to fall on stream time. You need 10 more seconds to get into AMS. Shall we have a look at the qualifying times, see what we ended up with? Oh, little IAX error. Hello, Ben. Right. 6th. Fucking Troy? Oh my goodness. Are we going to finally get a Troy win today? Because that would be that would feed families. You got Cam, KFC, Bumba, Rax, Troy, me. That's weird. So Cam's just shitting on everybody 2 seconds ahead. Then you've got 4 people inside the 56s. Then you've got me all by myself in the 57s. And then you've got over a second to the person back from me. Oh, yeah, so what was the difference? 54. It was 8 seconds. 8 seconds from top to bottom of Pro. Where did Aiden qualify since he came in here, said he was struggling? Oh, there he is. Look, they're the twins. They're together again, just like being in the womb. Crazy work. Did I or did I not say that 250s would have a faster qualifying time than 450s? And yet, for some reason, nobody wants to believe me when I say that 250 traction's ridiculous. Because everybody that rides 250s so much has forgotten how hard a 450 is. And it's not even like it's a lone instant here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people that qualified faster than second place in 450s. So it's not like it's an insulated incident. If it was just, oh, the person in first out qualified 450, that's it, fine. But there was 8 people. Stin didn't qualify. Oh my Christ. Bro's cooked in the wet. So no, today will not be the first time we see a 250 sliding out. I did as well, Freddie, but don't think anything's happened, or there's no facts, no confirmation, no proof. Got to be a line the 250 guys found. Are you telling me that you are not running the map times at the moment, Transcend? Is that what I'm picking up? Let's just slap this on for everything, just to make sure I actually have it on. And then we're also going to put 10 litres in it. Steiner does have red plate, yeah. That was 7.5 seconds it took to get to that bale. Let's try again. Yeah, rest in peace, Steiner. Holy. You hate to see it. I mean, the video that I uploaded this morning of a race I done yesterday, before yesterday's race even started, they had to ban somebody from the lobby for using Kaiser. He was just riding around with like 100 Erodon, destroying the track. Okay, that was better. One more. So it is a problem. It is bad. And that's just like the obvious one, so God knows who's doing little naughty things like changing it by a couple of % here and there. I'm not sure which is faster. We got time though, the servers haven't gone up yet. I don't know if no clutch low gear is faster or high gear and clutch. I usually run 9.5 litres, but because of the amount of wheel spin you're going to have around here, you use more fuel. Yeah, they're about the same. Yeah, you use more fuel. So that's why I put a little bit more fuel in. I'm wondering if my whole mentality today should just be, if there is somebody in front of me, do not take the same line. Because if they crash, I don't think you're going to be able to get out of the way. I don't know if I'm actually mentally... If this road is going to do what I think it's going to do, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for that. I'm just look to see if any of them insides looked alright. The outside in that corner is going to be the most used line. But it depends how choppy it gets by the end. Might be able to get over that if I don't go on top of the rut on the takeoff. No, not even. Outside all the way, I think. I think people's bikes will blow up. I don't think so. I think they're more robust than that. Right, servers are up, and it's not staggered as well. It says gate drops in 10 minutes, and that was 2 minutes ago, so we should have about 8 minutes until race starts. Oh, yeah, I don't know why I'm nervous for this. If we could have all the same players on a Krakenberg race, light work. Realistically, your bike shouldn't be pinned around here, Aiden. You should be, like, lugging it a lot. Do I enjoy it dry, or do I like it better dry or muddy? If you're talking about just this track in particular, I haven't ridden this track dry, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I prefer slower paced, more technical gameplay, more than all of the wide open dry stuff all the time, so it's a nice change of pace. What is the road? Let's have a look. What did they decide on? I don't think that's going to do anything. It's harder dirt, so the dirt's not going to dig down as much. I thought it would be higher than that. Worst case scenario, I should have like sick over gate pick. So if I don't get a great jump, I can still try and, you know, check up and cut underneath. We're a little bit framey in the pre-game, but nothing like what I had at Germany during the race. Why is the road so high? Firstly, because it's a mudder. Secondly, because this soil type doesn't erode as quickly as soft soil does, so it needs to be higher anyway to achieve a similar sort of result. You guys think that... I thought they'd be running it higher than that. My hands up was like, why is it this low? I thought it would be higher. Well, I'm of the opinion around a place like this Transcend is you will get into a rhythm of the lines you want to get into. So whilst the track on the surface might be hard, you will get used to it, especially if you take the same line every lap. So I think the toughness comes from adapting to the track changing as well. And maybe if there's a line that everybody's using too much, like the outside before the step up over there, then maybe that goes away with all the erode. And maybe people have to try and find a different line. You think Troy's going to get a win today? I would be very, very happy for him. Because he got... Did he get second overall at Lacapelle, or did he just get... Because I know he got second in one of the motos. Funny sitting here watching everybody do practice starts. 81's a bit shit. Just ride up here the whole time. I mean, it might be worth riding around the outside. And then just fucking off the inside here as well, like try and go around the outside. Just miss all the carnage, just all the way around. Like, nope, don't want anything to do with any of that. And then you can be sneaky and nobody's going to take inside right down here. Look at that. That inside kind of munches. That's actually pretty good. Okay. There used to be a way of taking tear-offs off, Stephen. You used to go into your game files and actually remove the tear-off files. But I think if you mess with them game files now, when you join the server, it pops up saying cheating. And it's not really something I want to mess around with and test anymore. Yeah, we used to do it, say maybe 2 or 3 years ago now at this point. But he's since fixed it, so I'm pretty sure it just bans you now. It's the same with you used to be able to remove the... You know when you ride on a sand track and you can hear the soundless sand all the time? It's a horrible noise. You used to be able to remove that sound noise, so it just sounded normal still.
At Price Plays it became a member.
Thank you very much, Price. Price, you'd love this track today. You're a big enduro guy. That's what we're here for. Yeah, my frames aren't good. But then I think part of that is to do with the rain. I'm pretty sure the rain being on eats the frames as well. I can do this again. Let me turn off my preview on my stream. Might also help. Do I enjoy this? Yes. I might not seem like it in the moment, but it's... I like being rewarded for being patient and thinking things through more rather than just hitting stuff wide open all the time. And then the bikes just being able to tank it because the bikes are really, really good. Then again, I think out of the entire community, I'm probably the person that's completed the most laps around Krakenberg and things of that nature. So I am going to like the slower, more technical riding. It's different strokes for different blokes, though, isn't it? Like, there's people, it's a video game at the end of the day, people do want to go fast on it. So I understand the wide open stuff. I think it gets to a point where it just gets a little bit silly. What happened with a two-stroke? The two-stroke can still return. The races that I haven't used a two-stroke so far, one was a wet Supercross round, where I don't think I would have qualified on it. The one after that was the GP round, where I rode the TM450 just because I really liked the style of the track and I thought I could do well on it, and I did. I got second on the TM. The round after that was try-hiding on the Yamaha, and I think it's just because I had a really good round prior to that. I thought I was in the flow again, but then I've done shit on the Yamaha. And then today, we are, again, in a really hard wet track, so I don't think I would qualify on the 250 again. So whilst riding the two-stroke is fun, it's something different and nice for people to watch, if I don't even qualify for the race, there's no stream to watch. So you have to, yeah, you have to look at it both ways. Yeah, the TM was from a spin wheel, actually. Well, yeah, you say that. The TM450 was from a spin wheel, and the two-strokes were on that spin wheel, so there was a chance for it. I should probably be looking at, like, completely alternative ruts I've not taken before. That's my favourite line. This is a combination of soil and compact soil, which are both different tractions to what we usually have. We usually have soft soil all the time. So I believe inside of the ruts is soil, which is a little bit slipperier than soft soil. And then on the tops of the ruts, which is what's causing people to like slide and high side and things, is compact soil, which is even slipperier again. And then you go and add the rain on top of it, and it's even more slipperier. The race should have started a minute ago. We are waiting on somebody. We've got 34, we need 35. Personally, I'll say fuck them. Get them in. Well, Tyler got a jump start. Right. I mean, my mouse is lagging just flowing around the screen here, so I know that the race itself is going to be... putting even more fuel in. I know the race itself is going to be interesting. But gate 3? That's not bad. Okay, okay. Right. Wish me luck, everybody. There is going to be some absolute awful moments in this race. I'm probably going to get stuck on a couple of ruts. I'm probably going to fall off the track here and there. But it's a long race. Everybody's got the same track. It is what it is. And hopefully we can have fun. We can have fun. Two top 5s would be nice if I can get top 5s. I will not be looking at the chat this race. Who was that? Fucking... Like, Cam, what's wrong with you? You're 2 seconds... Oh. He's 2 seconds faster than everybody on the fucking track, and he has to send it in turn 2 like that. Right. Now we have to make a comeback. I fucking hate him so much. Like, he's generally... Like, he's pissed me off so much at the start of this race. I'm going to have such a shit show now. I'm just stuck around everybody else and have to take shit lines. What the fuck am I meant to do when everyone's just wobbling around crashing in every other row? Gonna let me crash? My hand's not even on the fucking controller right now. I feel like every time I go into a race and day really positive, some fucktard just has to ruin it. I need another fucking red flag, and then hopefully the bellend doesn't just yeet into turn 2. Like, every other person on the track's rolling into that first corner because it's wet, and the cunt just fucking sends it into the side of me and takes me out. Fucking 24th. 48 seconds behind the lead after one fucking lap. Sick. Hello? Like, I'm fucking sat in a rut for 5 seconds and cunts are still running into me. Now, I'd love to be running in my easy top 5 right now that I would have had from not getting taken out in turn 2, but you know. I'll be back here the whole time, now having to push hard, which is the reason you crash more. Rather than just chilling out at the front. But you know, the guy that's 2 seconds faster a lap than everyone else thinks you win the race in turn 2. Fuck me, I guess. I'm not even in points yet. Actually losing 0 time to the lead. What the fuck has just happened? Face me backwards, why not? Now I'm stuck on all the ruts. Oh, fuck's sake. Now I sound like a broken record. And that's probably why I was had to mute somebody, because he's probably being a little piss baby. But the fact of the matter is, one brain dead move by somebody who really should not be making brain dead moves puts me 50 seconds behind in one lap from all the chaos you caught up in. And because you're 50 seconds behind, you then just have to push that much harder, which will then lead to more crashes. Like, it's your entire race is affected and fucked by it. That's why it triggers me. I'm gonna get fucking lapped by Troy. Like, I shouldn't be back here. Oh, God. I've caught the leader by 7 seconds the last 2 laps. Just kind of reconfirms why I'm annoyed. Again, I would like to fucking reiterate, I was a minute and 12 seconds down, I am now 34 seconds down. Fucking pathetic. What the fuck do I do? Like, I'm basically stopped and the bike just teleports over to me. Oh, fucking hell. What a race. 26 seconds behind now, by the way. Again, what could have been if the fucking fastest person on the track didn't ride like a fucking retard in the second corner? Don't you fucking dare turn left. Why? Now I'm stuck on a rut again. I can't... For fuck's sake, what is wrong with this dog shit game? Just let me turn around. Fuck me. Oh. Means I'm just in a fucking shit mood the entire time. Literally lost 21 seconds in that accident. Wow. Love that for me. Oh, that lap was fucking right up my arsehole. The reason this pisses me off more than anything is I don't have many chances to win anymore. I'm fucking shit at the game. So when I genuinely have a good chance to win and he just gets ripped away before the race has even started, it's just like, what's the point? I may as well just fucking quit and then come back for Moto 2. Then what would you know? The person that ruins my race, because he's 2 seconds faster than everyone, he's still right back up to the front where he normally is, and he would still be at the front if he didn't fucking dive bomb into turn 2. Got so many cuts compared to Aiden as well. I'm going to get more this lap because of where I went off the track after the pit lane. If you want to be a shit lapper, I'll get you going for another week. Doesn't bother me. I think we might have 2 laps left to go. I don't think there's any line studying to be done per se. It's just very much a case of wherever the bike does end up taking you, just don't crash. You just got to be ready for any line that you end up in. Obviously it's a lot easier to not crash when you're not having to try and send it everywhere to catch up 1 minute and 12 seconds. It's also easier not to crash when you don't just get random fucking legs off. And now I can't move again. But I'm just... The thing is, you guys will sit there and say, oh, it's fine, you came back to 7th. 7th is shit. Like, 7th is so shit. Can't stop. Oh. Right, last lap. Get this one done so I can rage at Cam in chat and then come back for the next one. People run out of fuel, or they just can't be bothered anymore. Oh, I got so many cuts on Aiden, so he's probably going to leapfrog me over the line. That's if I don't crash. Oh my Christ, what am I doing? My hands have stopped working. Oh, Aiden crashed. Hang on, it's a lifeline. Harrison's in a world of pain right now. I feel that pain, Harrison. Me too, buddy. Troy was a minute and... Troy was over a minute ahead of me at one point in this race, and he's now 20 seconds ahead of me. So again, sorry to make that a miserable viewing experience from complaining all the time, but fuck me, is it ridiculous when people that have won championships, they know they're good, they just do shit like that. And nothing will happen if you report Cam. And if you moan at Cam, he'll just ego you and say you weren't going to win anyway.
Honestly could have won that one.
I know, thank you very much, Todd, I appreciate that. There you go, I put in chat, asked him not to send it, so we'll see if we get egoed back. Right. We still had 4 litres of fuel left, so we do not need that much. We'll turn it down to 9. I'm not sure what to do about the start. Because I thought the start tech was good, but people overtook me by the time we got to the corner. And I don't know if it's worth experimenting with something different or just to do the same again. And hope that I don't get into it with Cam again. I mean, Cam said I cross-jumped.
At least you're still making a living doing something
Thank
cool.
you, James.
Cool face emoji.
Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the fucking stress? See if I can find it. Because I'm happy to say it's on me if it was on me. You know how things get in the heat at the moment, and I was fucking fuming about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I disagree completely. It's hella blurry because I can't change. Oh no, I can change the quality of it now. I'm sorry, but I do not think I'm in the wrong here whatsoever. Bearing in mind this turns left. So I'm left going into this, and he's jumping out here to the right, over here. And just, I get completely fucked by it. But it's like everybody here is... Try and pause it at the right time. So KFC, and whoever this is here as well, we are all jumping at exactly the same angle. I'm explaining it to you right now, Cam. We are all going exactly the same angle. We are going into turn 1. And you're going against the flow of traffic with everybody. You're going, like, look where your wheel's pointing over here. Yeah, what was the worst? I'm a minute and 12 seconds down at 17 minutes. I got it back to 26 seconds at one point. And then it started falling apart a little bit more. But Jesus Christ, that was Like, that's such a stressful race when it doesn't need to be. It does mess the concentration a little bit, follow pit. I felt like I had the inside. At the speed everybody was going into the corner, I definitely felt like we had the inside. That's what I said about you sending it into turn 2. Because, like... Wait, what? Hold that fault. Oh, hang on, you can't see it. What's going on here? Like, remove ego from anything for a second, Cam. Just meet me in the middle here. Like, remove ourselves from it, and if you're looking at 2 people there. We jumped into each other because we are all slowing down, and you was not. I've never seen this message in chat before, by the way. What the fuck does dropped mean? Hero should be power banned. Terra didn't do anything wrong in that race. He dropped all the time on the CBR servers. I've never seen it. Because it's a butterfly effect, Cam. So that incident with you then led to me being stuck behind everybody else that had crashed, that then led to having to push harder, which also means more crashes. Or you know how it goes, like when you're on the other side of it. So there's no point acting silly about it. Like, you know that a crash at the start affects the entire race. So I went over the finish line on lap 1, rather than being in like the 4th or 5th, in 25th and 48 seconds down. You know that affects the entire race. Yeah, it's fine. That race is done now. It's a fresh reset. We go again. I haven't told anyone to give you any shit whatsoever, Cam. I've given my own opinion on it. They're all grown up enough to make up their own minds. There's people in here that are on your side as well, same racing incident. I'm not armying or lobbying anybody against you. So Cam can't see what McKillen said because McKillen's on the Twitch chat, but Cam just put, as a racer, oh yeah, McKillen said, as a racer, you should know that everyone is turning left at the top of the hill for the next corner. That's my point, is the flow of traffic. We are all going left to go into turn 1. And it felt like UCAM was going straight or over to the right, like fast. Yeah, but I said it during the race as well, so we never both pay the same price. And the reason it's more frustrating for me in that situation is I know I'm not very good at the game anymore, so my chances of still having good races these days are few and far between. Whereas you can start a minute behind if you want, it doesn't fucking matter, you'll still catch up and win. So it's easy, so it doesn't affect you as much as it would affect me, which is why it's more frustrating when it happens. Why would Neon do that? I think we should all just blame Neon. What I am surprised to see is I'm pretty sure only one person is not in here from the first race. I think we started with 34 and we now have 33. I don't know if Neon just had enough or if he ran out of fuel, but he was waiting at the finish line. Oh, thank you very much again, Irvins.
Noise. Go get Moto2 lad, you clearly have the pace.
I'll try, but it all depends how this first lap goes. It genuinely depends on how much shit you get caught up in on the start. Oh, pardon me. Because it's like, by the time I had any sort of clear track, I was 1 minute and 12 seconds behind. And it's like, we had a good few laps there, and we got it down to 26 seconds. But then it's like I caught up with the next group of people to pass, and got caught up with like lappers and stuff again, and it just got worse again. So it's a big snowball effect, because if you're 1 minute behind, you don't have a choice, you have to push. Like, you have to try and go fast to catch up that time. But of course, the harder you push, the more likely it is that you're going to crash again. So it just snowballs more and more and more. It's kind of like a catch-22, because if I just rode around going like race pace isn't the right word, if I was just riding around slower to stay up, I don't think I'd make as many or if any passes at all. I think I found a couple of okay lines there. The erode really isn't doing much. The erode's not doing much at all. Which is kind of how I thought it would be. I was surprised it was only as low as 0.08. Because it's compact / soil, so it's never going to erode as much. I'm not even saying that I would have won the race. I don't know if I would have. I mean, if we go from the time at the start to the time at the end, then I would have been in front. But that's like, if I... You can't say it, because it's all hindsight. And like I say about the butterfly effect, I wouldn't have had the same race that I had if I was more towards the front anyway. Like, a completely different race would have happened regardless. So the speed might not have been good if I started at front. So there's no... there's nothing to say that... I would have liked to think I would have had a podium. 100%. 100%. Is lean help bad? It limits you. It limits you quite a lot. It will cap how fast you can end up going, because you can only get the bike length over so far. Now I'm happy to take, like, I'm happy to take Cam's answer. I can also see where he's coming from. I was turning left, he was turning right. I still feel like the flow of traffic was all going left anyway. But I can also see from his point of view. I was just extra triggered because I thought I would have like good races today, given the conditions, and it did not go that way at all in that first race. Linda? I can smell bleach. I don't know why I can smell bleach. There was, do you guys remember the guy on Friday whilst he was racing that said, all you do is complain about the tracks, why'd you do it? I think I was muted him in the end, but he was really passionate about that opinion. And I was just, you know when you think about something afterwards and you think, oh, that would have been a better reply if I said it in the moment? It's a competition thing. It's like, any of you guys that ride in real life, if you've gone out and had a really shit race in real life, you don't come back and as soon as you take your helmet off back at the van, you're not happy and smiley. You're pissed off because you wanted to do better. Thank you very much, John.
At Ethan Dean 57
Oh, actually,
became a
Ethan
member.
gifted it to John. Thank you very much, Ethan, for the gifted to Mr. Big John Phillips. That's the best way I can word it, I think. Is when you have a bad race in real life, you take your helmet off and you just don't want to be spoken to for a couple of minutes. It's exactly the same thing. Like, if you're a competitive person, you're going to get stressed out about it. The annoying thing is, I know that I'm bad for the complaining. As soon as the stream ends, like when I press that end stream button and I leave the room and go and see Linda, it's gone. It's finished. Out of my head. Like, it doesn't carry on after that. It's just a purely in-the-moment thing. Oh, he gifted you. Oh, sorry, my overlay... Not my overlay. My, whatchamacallit? My OBS just says Big John Phillips. Thank you very much, John, for gifting that to Ethan. I tend to always go for live chat. I don't even know what top chat shows, to be honest. Right. Moto 2. Do we send this in it? Ah, fuck. No, we don't. Tyler get 3 people got jump starts. Tyler got one again. What do we think before they reset this? Do I just keep that on there? Because again, you do have to take that netcode into account again. It's like the person on the left of me there will be further ahead on his screen. There'll be people to the right that will be a little bit further ahead of me. I don't know what to do. Who is it that's getting the good start? KFC. Fun fact, somebody on that SKR team got banned from the race last night for using Kaizo in the lobby. We'll leave that there. Just keep her straight. Send it. But the thing is, if I send it and then take everybody else out, I've done the exact same thing that I'm complaining about. Troy got a nuts jump. Mate, I made sure there could be nobody on the left of me there. Oh, still getting hit up the arse though. Whoever's out in front is lagging their titties off. It's KFC. He's going to rejoin there. I do not want to be in that outside rut when he does. Why are you going inside? Here's a little bit of follow the leader through it. Don't crash, don't crash. Holy fuck. Just randomly went on me. I don't know. There's some parts that are just so difficult to do anything in. I knew KFC was on the left of me, so I thought, right, I'll stick to the outside here and give him the room. And I just exploded. And I've exploded again. I'm not even trying to go fast. I'm not trying to go fast, I'm just trying to ride around. And now I'm stuck, but I can't go anywhere. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, at least I can blame myself this time. You're fucking kidding. What is going on? And of course... I'm going to lose my fucking head. Facing backwards again, every time I crash. Why does every other fucker that plays the game get the best respawns, and every time I crash it just fucking faces me the wrong way all the time? Oh, fucking hell. Well, we're not as far behind as we was in the first one still, somehow. Just lose all of my flow. Takes a while to build it up again. Oh. I can't even start the fucking reset delay. This fucking shitty dev doesn't know how to build his game in a way that makes sense. Let's make the reset delay start once the bike stopped doing 20,000 fucking cartwheels. Yeah, that's good. Good idea. Go. Thank you. Well, now I'm as far back at the end of that one as I was. 47 seconds. Not 48, 47. Still an improvement. I've made that request in the development chat, by the way. I've said, why does the reset delay start once the bike eventually comes to a stop? Why does the reset delay not start as soon as you've crashed? Do you think there will ever be an update for it? Because I don't. Let's lock in again. Nope, just kidding. You just fucking... like, it's laughable. Who's written the fucking script that just has to fuck me every single time? You got cunts on here on 300 ping, so they're like just fucking flinging all over the place. I can't go, so I've got to now sit here with a finger up my arse and push the bike to the top of the hill. It's like, you just can't win. Still got retards that somehow managed to hit into the back of me. Even though I'm literally not fucking moving. So, genuinely, what is the fucking point? Every week I go into a race thinking, oh, it can't be as bad this week, surely. Still fucking is. Can we ban gaming with Canadian from the chat, please? I've never seen such a fucking retarded comment in my entire life. I've never seen such a 2-minute around forest lap time comment ever. Like, what the fuck have I just read? Pro says don't stop moving on a track and people won't hit you. You can't fucking move up the hill, you dumb cunt. There's no traction. You've got to push it to the top. Jesus. Where are these bikes ending up? Oh, tiptoe. Oh, God. Cortisol check. Yeah, maybe. Let me channel my inner Clav for a second. Oh, I haven't even seen what Yo-Yo said. So I can't read every message whilst we're racing. There just seems to be a common theme of people that are sitting watching, giving their very strong opinions on what to do. And it's like, well, if you knew what he was on about, you'd be in here with him. Would you not? Well, we'll try and scrape a couple of points in this race. I mean, there's a lot of positions up the road. Maybe a top 10? I mean, we've got 20 minutes left, but still, top 10 is just still dog shit. Some people would be happy with top 10, but... no, me not so much. Oh my Christ, there's a hell of a hole in the face of that. Yeah, Troy's had a very good day again today. So he's had 2 good starts. Did not do the brain dead moves on the opening lap. I am, like, progressively each week though, being more and more over competing again. Racing has genuinely lost its appeal on me so much these last 2 years. Consolation that is kind of making me smile every now and then, though, is seeing Neon just trying to go full send and then crashing everywhere. Just done it again. And it's like, brother, you done this in the first race, just chill out. Just take your time. But it is fine. I mean, I lapped Serov here in front of me. He was the first person that I lapped last race. So that's how you know this one's going terribly. Yeah, well, that's the frustrating thing, and I know this is also going to be met with some very interesting comments, is that I almost feel forced to compete a lot of the time. Because, I mean, if you take the Triple Crown Supercross race from, like, 2 weeks ago, that one stream alone paid for all of my bills for the month, because AJ and Stephen were just popping off all over the place. So that's where the incentive lies. Like, if there was no financial aspect to the racing for me, I wouldn't be doing it. Not at all. But if I didn't stream this stuff, I would not be playing these. I think it's more just from the overall MX bike scene as a whole now that I just don't enjoy. It's become... Oh, Tyler's had enough. It's become very TikTok-y / has posters of Hayden Deegan on their bedroom wall-ified. And unfortunately a lot of those people do spill out into here. I think if Troy still streamed his races, all of the brain roll would work its way over there, so he wouldn't deal with the retarded comments. And it would just be all of the actual clever people left. Because I watched Troy's stream at Millville from like 2 years ago, and my god, I don't know how he doesn't get distracted by it. It was so bad. But it is just all the people from TikTok that come over it. No, it's not all of the younger folk, because some of them are genuinely quite chill. What's Kenny getting? Well, hopefully Kenny's doing nothing like I had today. We want Kenny to do much better. And now that all the fucking bullshit of the opening laps is finished again, I am still just tying the leader for times. I'm tying the leaders on their times, so I've not lost any time to them. I don't feel like I'm making up any ground really on the people in front of me. Somebody a couple of weeks ago suggested that I go and have, what is it? Anger management classes. And at first I was like, what are you talking about? Don't be silly. Yeah, but genuinely, you might have to go down that route. Because I don't know what it is. Oh, thank you, Evans, again.
Damn, it used to be hot brand models on the wall, now it's deburn. Crazy times.
I know, very, very crazy times. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know... Please stay up, I beg. Oh, well, there's Neon lap down now all of a sudden. I lost my train of thought now. Thank you, Evans. Oh, that was it. Like, fucking anger management. It's purely bikes that does it to me. It's competition that does it. Outside of this, very, very chill. So it's got to get to a point where we have to address the factor that's causing it. We might have to stop doing the MX bikes racing. Oh. Quitting ain't conquering it. I've conquered it. Like I've got what I want to get out of bikes, you know? Well, I've got a Supercross championship, I've got an outdoors championship. Kind of done what there is to do. So now it's just purely on a week by week basis, seeing how I can do. And unfortunately people won't want to hear this as an answer. Age does affect things. 100% age affects things, just even down to something as little as reaction times and how quickly you can process information. It's like if I'm against people in their peak, then maybe not so much. There is a reason why you don't... Okay. There is a reason why you don't really see many people over, like, 25 being somewhat competitive in the races. The young whippersnappers are too cracked. Well, I'm in a catch-22, because if I just ride shit bikes to try and have fun, then a lot of the time I don't have great races, which itself is a bit like, And then if I ride good bikes to try and do well when I don't do well, it's also like, not good. Then I also get this massive, like, I also get this massive FOMO, like fear of missing out, so I really enjoyed commentating last year's GPs. But every week, once I'd done like the track preview for it, I was like, oh fuck, I wish I was racing this. The track looks really good. But then maybe that's me just enjoying the tracks in testing rather than having to race people on them. It's like going into this race today, I was like, oh, we're going to have such a good day today, it's going to be sick. And whilst I'm enjoying riding around on the track itself, I'm not enjoying racing people on it. Still got 9 minutes left of this race. Holy. Oh, I haven't been paying attention. What place am I in? In 8th. I could get a 6th again here, which is kind of outrageous considering that I've just been riding around not paying attention. Hang on, let's try and let's lock it. Let's lock it a little bit. Let's try and get out the pace. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. Why is it looking... I'm pressing up on my fucking button. Why is it looking to the right? Holy. Tired from 2 races. I did see you out there, MX. It looks like you was struggling a little bit. How did Councilwike end up there when his body was all the way over there on the left?
Next week, join Aspect.
That better not be Steiner, who didn't even qualify for today. Sorry, I don't know if I can join a team that's not making it to the races. Like, thank you, by the way. Explain yourself. What happened? Talk to me about it. The fact that the 250 times are faster than the 450 today is, like, actually unreal. Like, it's nuts. I've also flirted with the idea of, like, trying to do a couple of 250 races here and there. And as soon as I have that thought process, I remember some of the past attempts and just general race awareness that I've seen from the 250 class while spectating them. And that's a slippery slope that I don't think I want to go down. Doing my best Christian Craig impression. Oh, that's alright, fell out of Cam's way. The 250 stuff, it's like, it's so intense, the pace that you have to keep up the entire time. Not so much from the speed, like lap time perspective, but the fact that you've got to be wide open everywhere, like you have to be on rails. At least on a 450 you can you can chill out a little bit more. So if the 450 races aren't going as planned, the 250 races definitely won't. Like, if there is the tiniest pixel of a gap of room, the 250 riders will dive up the inside you. Any endurance races in bikes? No, there's not. I think it's a massive aspect of the game that I think's missing. I don't know how much in the car racing world people are, but seeing people doing like Le Mans 24 hours and things of that nature in iRacing, like stuff like that looks so much fun. And I wish we had a system on bikes where you could maybe ride as part of a team and you kind of switch out in the server. It's just different disciplines overall. I think it would make the game quite fun. I know that, so the race that I done last night, that was a one-off fun race. It was hosted by the ARL boys, but they said they also host endurance supercross races. And at first I was like, oh, what is it? Is that just, you know, EX, enduro cross tracks? And I was like, no, apparently they do 45-minute long races on supercross tracks. So like the road gets like really, really sketchy and stuff, and that sounds like fun. I feel like I should try one of them at some point. Usually they're at a time that's a little bit too late for streaming though, so it might just have to be for a video. Ah, okay, that makes sense. You didn't have to do that via donation, sir. Thank you though. Last time you said you'd used all of your allowance on me. Oh my god, we're facing the right way. It's actually faster to push than accelerate. Excuse me. Thank you. 24-hour MX bikes race will be fun. I agree. This is all obviously ideal world, because it's never ever 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 going to happen. Like, come on, we know what this developer's like at this point. He does nothing like fun and meaningful. Imagine like a server, just let's say it's just forest, and there's a bunch of servers set up. It's open practice, and you have 24 hours to run as many laps, complete laps. So you can't just like, you know, keep resetting and hitting the finish over and over. Like, has to be complete laps, hit all 3 sectors. You've got 24 hours to do as many laps as you possibly can do. I think that'd be so much fun. Because then it's like, you have to think, okay, how much sleep am I going to get? Am I going to stay awake the full 24 hours and grind it out? Am I going to start trying to go for heaters everywhere and risk crashing, or am I just going to ride around at a chill pace all the time? Just different disciplines, just different from the 100-mile-an-hour, just wide open stuff that we have all the time. I don't keep meaning to go into this second route, I'm just fully messing up the corner. And I'm kind of zoned out a little bit as well. 24 hours of straight heaters. I mean, some people do that just for the love of the game at the moment anyway. Unfortunately, because I've been lapped, I have no clue on where I'm at time-wise, because the stand-in's on Max Hudder booth. I mean, as far as crashes go, look at that. Awful, awful landing position. It could have had me the right way, but it decided to be backwards and facing off the track at the same time. I mean, I've got nobody near me. I don't know if I am just in a bit of a no man's land, or if everybody's just given up or left or what. Yeah, not the day that I would have wanted today. And I know full well that when this gets uploaded as a VOD, it's going to be so many bad comments too, because of all the complaining in Moto 1. Oh. I find this strange because I had 3 really, really good races in a row, from the 2-stroke Supercross at Nashville to then the GP at Germany to the wet Supercross race on the Suzuki. Like 3 really good races in a row where I feel like I'm good and I'm back again and I'm like, okay at racing. So then I actually start putting a bit more time into the game again, and then I just have 2 absolutely abysmal races. Like Philadelphia was an awful race. I think I ended up like 7th, something like that, Supercross. And then today, I think it's been a pretty damn awful race for me all around. Especially in like conditions I usually think I would thrive in. So I'm not sure. Just very, very, very inconsistent. Pivoso doesn't deserve any more support. Like, I see what he gets up to. I know the current stuff that's been worked on. I know, like, the way it gets tested and implemented, it's just not good at all. And not just the amount of time it takes as well. I think the last update we had, what was it, November, maybe? Something like that? And I actually can't remember what they included. I don't think that was anything... Well, like, to be fair, he's been working on things, but none of it... Well, I'm not going to say what it is. One thing affects gameplay. But most things that he does, it doesn't affect the actual, like, day-to-day gameplay at all. So for casual players, and people who just hop on and play, or even just, like, does aerial races, it does nothing for them. So it's not actually, like, a meaningful update. Most of it all just tends to be, like, server-side related. Oh, god damn it. It's kind of chalked. I either kind of deal with this game for the remainder of its life cycle, or hopefully until MTG comes out. I don't even know what the final MTG product's going to be like. Or I just go and drown 50 hours a week into Sim to hopefully get somewhat better and make main events again. I don't know if that's going to happen, because I feel like you've got to be on top. Why won't it just stop? Why won't it stop rolling around? Why is it doing tricks on it? Like, that doesn't make sense. It's just very, very annoying, very wonky. Now, I wouldn't have these kind of streams if I was just doing Sim all the time. The downside you've got is a lot of my decision making at the moment is based very much on a financial basis, and Sim does not pay the bills. And Tyler's been resting on the ground for a very, very long time. Was Tyler not doing... I thought Tyler was doing really well in this championship, points-wise. Or am I faded? If you won the lottery, you'd adopt me. Can you adopt a 30-year-old man? Oh. God damn it. Oh. You see it's still, like, spazzing out? Nah, Piboso doesn't watch these races, does he, fuck? Well, that's another JLVW. I don't know if he still does it, but JLV used to do write-ups on the MX Simulator website, like talking about how the previous pro race had gone, and like who had won and things like that. I think it's cool. The whole like MX Simulator infrastructure is so good, from the competitive side of things. I mean, I know the stuff's wonky in this game, because I've crashed before, left my computer to go and like eat food, come back an hour later, and my front wheel is on, like, still spinning. But I'm laid on the ground and the front wheel's moving. And it's like, I could understand maybe somehow the rear wheel's still moving on tick over. But how is the front wheel still spinning when the bike's been stopped for an hour? It makes no sense. So there's a lot of wonkiness to it. How have I not got the last lap flag yet? Unless I think I might be on the last lap now. And then what's happened is because I'm a lap behind Cam. Which, by the way, how long ago did Cam lap me? And nobody else has still lapped me yet. I don't think I get the last lap flag. I think I just get the checkered flag when I go across the line. I've not seen anybody in so long. I'm curious to see how many people are still circulating this track. I've been so lonely this entire race. Well, not the first 5 minutes really, but after that I've been very, very lonely. I have a lot of just one of them days though now, Chase, which is why it's so frustrating. I put this pressure on myself. I think of it if I was a viewer. If I'm sitting here watching somebody that I know can win and can quite frequently podium, and they're rolling around a minute behind the lead, I wouldn't want to watch that. I wouldn't find that fun to watch. So then I just get more stress in my head thinking that nobody else is having a good time either. And then it just starts getting moody and it goes downhill. There's 23 people left. That's a lot of mechanicals. That's probably a good thing that they haven't been enforcing the rage quit rule. Or maybe they'd let people off for this round. It adds insult to injury, doesn't it? Like, how does that happen? Like, how does that possibly, from a physics standpoint, how? Like, that's not even lag, that's just the fucking game being wonky as shit and deciding, no, this bike's made out of rubber and we'll just bounce it all over the place. Favourite track? Krakenberg, hands down. I know some people don't consider it a track, but Krakenberg's my favourite. You know? And the thing is, I can accept wonkiness. Like, the game's had wonkiness on ruts for a long time. The bike will bounce around. It is what it is. It happens. Get used to it. What pisses me off is it doesn't matter what direction I go in, what rut I take, how many ruts over from the person that crashed I am, the bike always finds its way to me and hits me. Every time. To the point where I feel like there's something written in the fucking game code itself that's like, target Lins. Because there's, like, rules of probability. There's only so many times where these bikes should be bouncing across the track and hitting me. But it just seems to always be me. Whether if I turn left, if I turn right, if I even stay in the same line, it will just suddenly pause and hit me. Like, I don't get it. Pretty sure this is the last lap. Troy for the overall? No, it'll be Cam for the overall. Troy will be second, I think. The most frustrating thing about today is I actually love the overall concept of this track and in the rain and how it's done. I've just had such a frustrating experience. Yeah, that's smart, Leon. You just fucking beeline it across the track right in front of two people, you dinlo. 7th. Wait, how did Rex... I swear Rex was in second at one point. How's he dropped back to sixth? Oh, God. The saving grace. Actually, no, I don't even think I can, because Linda's going to be going to bed in 20 minutes. Fish talks about all the time... Wait. Fish? Hang on, the chat's moving. I can't read it. Fish talks about all the time of how you think sand setups are pointless. I've just lost all of my frames as well. Like, what? Hang on, my stream's just pooing itself. We're back. We're back. I don't know if I'm misreading that, Chris. But I think sand and whoops are the most the two things that you actually need setups for. Other than that, I think it's all right. Oh, okay. And as if this stream hasn't gone like bad enough, I'm now dropping frames like crazy out of nowhere. Like this isn't like my MX bikes is fine. It's actually my OBS and internet right now that's dropping. Yeah, that is that was a race. Like right now I'm stuck. Like I can't go anywhere. I can't accelerate. I can't move forwards. I can't move backwards. Like I can't like. Why my controller's now decided to start looking right when I'm pressing up on my D-pad? Even the controller doesn't want to do it. Oh, get out. Oh, there we go. Please. I feel the third-person riders, I think, are going to have a struggle around here. I don't know why. I just feel like that might apply. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to do. I'll be honest. Before this season started. Was it this season? Was it the whole of 2026? It might be the whole of 2026. Before some kind of the races started this year, I done a poll saying should I race or should I not, and it was overwhelming for racing. And whilst we've had one or two good races on a week-to-week basis, this shit actually makes me depressed in the couple of hours that I do it. You could use the argument there's millions of people all over the world that don't enjoy their jobs and go to work unhappy all the time. Yeah, but this comp stuff, like twice a week, it does make up the bulk of the revenue. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, I think so, Cam. Yeah, like I said, it's a one and done kind of thing. As soon as the moto's finished, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to say. That was certainly something today. Don't know where I would have finished overall. So I'm pretty sure Aiden would have beaten me. So Cam would have beaten me, Troy would have beaten me, KFC would have beaten me, Aiden would have. Not sure on Callum. I don't know how many positions I beat him by in the first one. And Rax would have. Yeah, maybe like 7th overall, something like that. It would help if you post videos. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I feel like there's nothing to make videos on. Like, there's nothing that, you know, excites me on the game anymore. And like people can choose to believe me or not. I only get this stressy during ARL races, and I know, to be fair, that's when you guys actually see me. Like I'll get like when we're doing donate-a-thon stuff and public lobbies, I get a bit triggered now and then at people, you know, like cutting the track or taking you out. But for the most part, it's pretty chill. Get in the booth with you for the rest of the season. This stinks. I have noticed you're more of a supercross guy than an outdoors guy, Jake. I did wonder why, Davey, you was like, because I was miles behind. Like, you must have had a really, really bad last lap. Yeah, I think cam lapped everybody, I think. I wasn't getting one guide, Logan, don't worry, I read it. I have eyes, I can see when the mute button's on or off. There's no way Cam didn't crash. Oh, Cam crashed a lot. That's the difference, is he's really, really fast, so he can afford to crash a lot. Yeah, I've seen him selfie. So it's a long way away, so I can't say yes or no if I'm committed to it yet. We'll see closer to the time. I don't know how to end the stream off today. I don't want to move my depression onto everybody else that's been watching, because that's never my intention at all. One less lap we all had to do. Yeah, that's true. I don't hate the concept of it. It is nice doing different things. Maybe during the Donator-thon we should do a wet Krakenberg run. Maybe. We could do that. It is tough. It's like you get to a certain point of the game skill-wise, and then you kind of reach your peak, and then you just like... It's like, what are you playing for at that point if you're not improving at all? And I don't feel like, even if I was going to... If I was putting in 100 hours every 2 weeks, like when I first got the game, I don't think I'd get any better. Do a Donator-thon before a series, set a goal, and if you hit the goal, in brackets absurdly higher, you race the series, if not commentate. Whilst that sounds great, I also am I don't think I can just pick and choose when to commentate and when to race. Like, that's not fair. I don't think you can have the best of both worlds all the time and just kind of dip here and there and race or commentate and choose willy-nilly, because it has to be organised with admins. There's usual dedicated commentators anyway, and I don't like commentating with people. Like, I don't like talking to people I've not spoken to before. Do you remember when I had the drama and issues with Cupcake when I commentated last year's GPs? Like, Cupcake was in my DMs really pissed off, being like, why didn't you even talk to me about it? We could have done it together. And I was like, I don't know you. Like, we're not friends or anything. Why would I just want to commentate with you straight away? And he got really upset about it that way. So I don't want to step on more toes. And I also know that more people like me watching rather than commentating. That is a big issue as well. I don't know if I'm allowed to give much information away on things, which is really disappointing. But there's two different things happening behind the scenes at the moment, simultaneously, that in the space of a couple of months, maybe less, will completely change the way this game is played. These two things combined that are happening, which I have been doing a little bit of testing for and trying to give as much feedback as possible. So I'm trying to make the experience as good as it can be. What's the best way of me do it? Actually, let me do something real quick. I'm not going to say what's happening. I'll just let you guys see what's happening instead. Like, I don't even know if it's meant to be kept hush-hush or what. I don't know, Steiner. I don't know. And there's two moving parts to this. I'm only going to show you one part. And bear in mind, what I'm about to show you is the first iteration. Because I know everybody's going to be upset when they see it. I promise you, I have gone back and given the information needed so it would never release like this. Bear with me, I'm just loading the game up. So it would never release like this. I just need to put that there. All right. Make sure it's clear daytime as well. I mean, I'll probably just get kicked out of the dev group if I show like everything and say everything. So before I turn the screen on, I would like to say the words that if ever it's fully implemented, it would not be this severe. Bear that in mind, what I've just said. It would not be that severe. And that's all you get to see. That's all you get to see. So just know there is stuff being worked on. The feedback has been given that stuff needs to be way more forgiving. But yeah, there's things coming, hopefully in the near future, that will change how this game is played very, very much. Some of the MX Simulator players might enjoy the change. So yeah, we'll leave that at that. I need to remember to hang on, just change off this fucking dev version before I forget for next time as well. Right. Yeah, so there you go. Enjoy the rest of your nights, everybody. I'm sorry for being a fucking moody old man getting stressed at video games when he should just enjoy them because he gets to play them for a living. I don't know what's wrong with me. Competition brings out the worst in me, which is why I think I should stop. No idea. I'm going to go give Linda some attention for 10 minutes before she goes to bed. I'll be here on Friday anyway, like I always am, because I don't know. It's like a drug. I'm addicted to just getting pissed off at a video game. Whatever. I will be awake later to watch the NA boys hopefully struggle and have as good a time as I did. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your nights. I'll see you next.